Gentlemen, hello. Today we have Old America. This is everything we love and highly respect for its unique, absolutely author style. We are currently in the golden hour where the car has already been located, but the seller has not yet. Therefore, we have the freedom to examine the car as we please. In summary, everything is more or less as described in the advertisement. There is spray paint, and the car should start and be drivable. I noticed that there are 4 nuts in this area, 4 nuts here, and another 4 nuts here. Can you explain the reason for this? When one wheel completely flies off the axle on the road, you lose 5 nuts accordingly. Where to get them? You need to unscrew one from each wheel. Respectively, you will have a set of 4, plus you see Cerebrianca on top. Something obviously occurred in this place very recently. When using nuts for painting, it is a positive indication. Frame clearly in place. Frame in place, do you know why? Because it's the size of a truck. Therefore, such a frame can never be settled. Is this officially authorized or not? There is no back row. Is she working in the mechanics department? I thought we were on autopilot. I didn't watch. And I didn't even watch the advertisement. I saw Explorer, and I didn't watch. I just see an Old American cannot be. Okay, let's close, like we were never here. But from the sad, there is no back row.
What is the thing that he is currently in the process of bringing to an end or conclusion? Please provide more context. Not a car.
Yes, this is not our car currently. That is, we are making an error. Do you want to express something? We began doing this when we started watching this ad. That's when the main mistake was made. Now it doesn't matter. The system here is totally irrelevant. Wait, is she completely open?
How did she survive here?
And here, yes, hello. And I seem to be visually fine on the ground. It would be nice to start, to see. Yes.
Can you wait for me a bit? I'll be there soon. Just a little time. Accepted.
Expecting good, thanks.
Roughly 15-20 minutes in a similar manner, without any significant deviations or variations.
Yes.
45-73, maybe then let's try to start ourselves.
And I'll joke if keys are in. Well, in general, theoretically, what we're doing now is illegal, right? These vehicles are not owned by us.
Well, thank you very much. Yes, what do you mean?
So well.
Unsure, usually this is likely incorrect.
And if you call and inquire?
No, this is definitely wrong. There is no intrigue then. You understand it's all about emotion.
In other words, damage someone's car and return it.
Yes! Shoot and then come back quickly? He wouldn't even notice that you were gone for a brief moment of time.
The seller is not here yet. She stands open with keys. Yes, here too. Wait, I'm sure the documents must be here. Kostya, we can take this one. With laminates, ready-made business. Is it open with a key? At least the hatch is open. No key. The hatch is open in nature. Laminate is present in the car. An event is occurring here. This is the most extraordinary thing we have ever encountered. It is completely open in every aspect. Keys have been inserted into the lock, but there are no documents. Well, okay then.
What actions should be taken in regards to this matter? In the absence of a back row, what course of action should be pursued?
Insulating tape. That's what everything hinged on. It was crucial.
Hello everyone. How is everyone doing? It's great to see you all.
You can get a spare tire here, I think, if something occurs. But there's no spare, you see? No. I can see the street from here, but I haven't seen it yet. However, the salon is red, damn it. An old American car with a red interior. Well, this is fictional. All right, let's wait for the owner now. Or at least the owner's representative, because it seems like we have already experienced something similar in the past. The previous time we did it was with a cadet for 5,000 rubles. How did it turn out? The guys remember. We destroyed that car and returned it, and didn't purchase it. Let us come to a halt at this point in time and patiently wait for the arrival of the representative of the owner, as we agreed upon previously.
Hello.
Hello?
Great. Great.
Expressing gratitude in this way, expressing astonishment in an extraordinary manner.
Starting up. Can I pull the hood somehow? Take a look?
Yes, that is accurate.
Wow. 4 liters, 150 horsepower, high efficiency, impressive performance, reliable durability, exceptional value.
And do you currently possess any of them in your possession?
Yes, there is. Is there STS where?
Listen, but at the same time, nothing even drips. We risk even, probably, to ride.
If all aspects are in good condition and functioning properly without any issues or problems, then everything can be considered to be fine, satisfactory, and without any cause for concern.
Ah, is that what you're doing? Lord, I was thinking how? My glass works, just the opposite. Well, alright, in general, it did work. It is skewing. However, overall, it was effective. Even, in my opinion, the stove is heating. By feeling. And it does not overheat at this stage. Oil pressure exists.
What else can I possibly say in this situation?
But honestly, I will not find any documents.
No docs, no option. From phone docs, they said only a title certificate exists, nothing more.
No, clearly.
I saw her myself yesterday. Apparently they put her somewhere.
Perhaps she might have fallen through the floor.
Just take a look on the ground.
She is currently lying there in that particular location as I am observing.
Where?
Oh, we have successfully located and found it.
In that location, positioned below the chair? My, that is truly an impressive accomplishment. Well, this seems to be her. Let's go ahead and move on.
Empty 035.
Affirmative, Ford Explorer. Cool. Yes, greetings once more, Constantine. I acknowledge your presence. Hello again. Seems to be in place, everything. We looked. The car is on fire, as expected.
What is the total price of the item?
Regarding price, she hangs at 152. Would 130 be acceptable to you?
Even a 120 will be acceptable.
Let's make it 125 so I don't go negative.
All right, am I allowed to send it to the card? Is this particular number linked?
Attached.
All right, then I will proceed at this moment.
I appreciate it, thanks.
Thanks.
So what are your thoughts on anime, guys? Nice 125.
Not 100, of course, but close to it.
We always have mess with elderly Americans.
We have nuances about the car. It's a simple seatbelt. On the one hand, he is there. On the other hand, there he is, hunched over the seat and attached to something below. It is not possible to utilize it. This is extremely negative. Therefore, today we will attempt to remain in the vicinity of fields, forests, and somewhere where the belt is purportedly not frightening for us. Furthermore, our automobile starts up. Yes, it starts up from the key. Everything is clear. The clutch is simply stiff. Everything is fine. We successfully initiated the vehicle and now it is running smoothly. Mechanical transmission, yes. I simply believed it was an automatic when I observed it in the American advertisements. It turned out to be mechanics. Moreover, there are no levers here related to all-wheel drive. So, we possess rear-wheel drive. Yes, this is a basic configuration of the Explorer. It is one of the fundamental features that the Explorer provides. There was no base any longer. There is power steering. It emits howls, but it still exists. The steering wheel is adjustable, and it should be adjusted in this location in a very strange and unconventional manner. In general, the steering wheel can be made like this. Why? Okay. There are buttons on the steering wheel, so it's like a multi-wheel, but they control the air conditioning. There is an on-off switch, and there is a reset restore option along with something else there. Our headlights turn on like those of a Gazelle here, and they seem to work judging by the reflection of the headlights of the front car. The instrument panel backlight works. We have a heater, something like it heats, but in reality, of course, very weakly. It is not clear if there are brakes. The clutch is just a disaster. Let's see the brakes. There are apparently only on one wheel. Let's see. Apparently on one rear, but it brakes. There are no shock absorbers. Turn signals are there, but the clutch is just not ceramic there. There is some kind of adamantine material. This is a little beauty. Oh, and by the way, the steering wheel is a bit loose, and the suspension feels like it's made of jelly. Overall, it's a quirky little car with its own unique charm. I can't wait to take it for a spin and see how it handles on the road. Listen, this indicates that we possess rear-wheel drive, which implies that we will experience some drift time. Well, the mechanics, damn it, undoubtedly when you ride an old American car, the mechanics, you can easily get accustomed to everything. The fact that it's falling apart, something else there, but the undeniable truth remains that it's on mechanics. Something, I think, the brake didn't work for the second time. I didn't understand something. Now, ahead is red. Let's be careful, come on. Firstly, there's a brake, and it even offers snacks for us to enjoy during the journey. Oh, well, there are brakes. All right, let's put it this way. There are brakes, there is a hydraulic drive, everything is present and accounted for. The check oil light is on. This is probably either oil pressure or the interval between services, indicating that the oil needs to be changed. Pio Sovo is aware of this America, the things they put into this car over there. Yes, it is such a device. He is both, like an American and like not an American. Consequently, he has a combination of habits that reflect his mixed cultural background. But of course, he's massive, pleasant. Torpedo was once reupholstered with leather. Apparently something occurred to this torpedo. And in order to hide this something, evidently they covered it with skin. It even works for us, I believe, as a janitor, I think. There is only one. Well, okay then, it's not bad, but it could definitely be improved upon. But it's extremely interesting. I mean, look, there are no brakes. There are brakes, but they are strange. Well, okay, let's not touch them unnecessarily. Let's not drive this car unnecessarily. 160 horsepower for a weight of 2 tons. Anyway, thank you for going somewhere in principle plus rear-wheel drive. Well, what are we talking about? A beautiful salon. As always, for some reason I'm lucky. Of course, it's already reupholstered. It feels like it's not stock. Well, yes, you can see that the whole line is reupholstered. It's not stock, not factory, but nevertheless, an old American on a red salon is just classic classics. You can't come up with anything better. Black, and the ceiling is also reupholstered. You can see that a lot of effort and energy was put into the car, but unfortunately metal is not eternal, so it rotted over the years. Starting from 1991 up until 2022. Hey guys, just wanted to mention that the guy we're talking about is actually 32 years old. However, we are definitely going. So let's go, guys. It's going to be awesome. He's feeling really cool, of course. Very relaxed. No need to hurry anywhere. Just clean, calm. You are sick there at your 30-40 miles per hour. Something like that, judging by the speedometer, and you do nothing else. Loungers don't notice this. It's logical. In short, right away you see I even managed to grab the phone somehow. So in this car, you don't immediately concentrate on what you're driving. Instead, you're observing something, controlling the steering, and operating the pedals. You are occupied with your own life in it. So it's akin to a piece of your home, like a sofa. Super cozy at the same time. Well, the stove is still warm, generally very cozy. In short, everything with her is awesome. The machine will definitely jump in here. It's a pity that we have a weak configuration. But nevertheless, of course, there was full-wheel drive, and of course there was an automatic transmission, and all this was very cool, but we got such a rather simple car that conveys the spirit of the era, purely in terms of suspension and maybe the character of the car, but no more.
The remarkable thing for me, especially Explorer, was that this creature killed Bronco. Yes, guys, he's the one who did it. Well, rather, the leaders at Ford decided that the Ford Bronco 2 at that time, already the second generation, was too old. Well, it is already the end of the 1980s. We need something new. So they made Explorer. Here he is, handsome. Presented in the 90s. Here it is, like an early one from 91. Listed as 91 model year. Car from 91, the earliest Explorer, oldest one in our collection, one of the initial ones. Right.
unfortunate thing. Listen, wait, how's it going? See it? See it on the camera? When I closed the front door, the back one opened. She wasn't locked. Yes, that's it. Now it'll be clear. Come on. The lower part of his body is not tightly attached. Look, look, look! Therefore, this is... Observe what is currently taking place and pay attention to the unfolding events. Concerning the body structure, I too am shaken by the immense strength it possesses. In general, poor thing, of course, perished. The engine, remarkable, always the only one of its kind. That is, the Explorer SV8 appeared in the second gen and there. Initially, there was only this engine, and what is noteworthy is that during America's period of greatness, it started to gradually deteriorate on the Explorer. Exactly on this. This engine is no longer solely American. It was developed with Ford's EU division. So it's already a bit not exactly, although the feelings are still, honestly, the same, absolutely the same. There were no advanced full drive systems here. Here either rear-wheel drive, like in our version, the simplest, with mechanics. And they did not even have their own mechanics, they inserted a Mazda. This is a Mazda gearbox. Seriously, the machine belonged to me, an American A4L. Now the translators are feeling so tense, like what? A4LD, I think that's what it was called. Very similar name, but it's like it's on a Peugeot. But nevertheless, the 4L automatic is its own, naturally 4-speed, as you understood from the meaning of this. The paradox is that even though he replaced Bronco with himself, he immediately became an unreal bestseller. And in my view, for 2 consecutive years at the start of sales, he even got an award as the top SUV of the year. The best off-roader, but true, it applied of course to full drive versions because the award, in my opinion, was called four-wheeler. They still have it. However, nonetheless, despite a rear-wheel drive layout, the Americans always possessed it. They all comprehended that the car, primarily, must be large, comfortable, stylish, and roomy. And only if necessary, it should also feature all-wheel drive. Generally, it's interesting. It sold well, so they made the second generation, the next one. Only when people started to feel nostalgic, when the Explorer finally... This one at least looks like a Bronco, because there was also a 3-door version of the Bronco, oh my god, the Explorer. They commonly called her Sport. And not because... Now many are laughing like, why do you call it sports in the BBC? But there is no sports. And in Explorer Sport, do you believe there was sports? Well, right up to the shit, right? There. All the athletes immediately became equal in strength at 160. Just because he became short, not long, he became Sport. Frontier Sport, what do you think? Why is it called that? Not because she is athletic, damn it. Sport does not always mean you are the fastest, do you understand? Well, here it is. From there it is. UAZ was a patriot of sports and they also trolled him. And what is sport? Yes, nothing, damn it. Study auto history. Neither UAZ came up with this, nor Opel Frontera. At least in Wrangler, they don't call it short sport. He stands there enjoying himself, just a regular 3-door. But what's the point? Because it was a 3-door, and it resembled Bronco in ideology. The modern Explorer is no longer 3-door, and has moved away from the Bronco in terms of dialogue. At that time, they didn't understand their deity was being taken away. Explorer was perceived positively. Later, these water lilies started, where Bronco and Ford only in very recent past. Bronco came back like this. Because this is the concept that established the foundation for the crossover concept. Yes, it's a body-on-frame SUV. Jeep if you want, but the Jeep is over there and this is a Ford. Here's the catch. So it's an SUV and therefore later it transformed into those very crossovers. But it was the start of the 90s. At that time only the Niva was a crossover. No one else knew, but she already was. Therefore, the car is extremely interesting to me that it... You know, when they pre-install one engine in the car, and take a mechanical gearbox even not from themselves, it means that the company is taking a risk. Americans always have such a story. So they rapidly assemble it from what can be done at present, put something there and off they go. In the end, he exploded. It's very nice. This is a legendary car. It has always been a legend. If from well-known movies, this car stood out to me, for example, in Jurassic Park. It was on it that dinosaurs constantly escaped for some reason on the Explorer. Well, because that's the movie. She's charismatic, looks reminiscent of everything at that time. This is a Grand Cherokee with distinctive turn signals at the bottom. All reminds, all alike. That is, he shouldn't have been unique, he shouldn't have been anything. This is simply the perfect combination of qualities that looked exactly as it should have looked in America in the early 90s. And the Americans really liked it.
As for Europe and so on, of course, we understand that in the early 90s, 4 liters with 160 horsepower, even by European standards, it was already something not cool at all. That's why there was no global distribution outside of America, i.e. Europe, or in other words, Explorer didn't find it. Did not find, or rather, yes. However, this does not make it any less cool. It is really powerful because of the super frame with a super engine. Well, like super engines, there are 300 moments there, if anything, taken from a 4-liter engine. On V6, on 6 cylinders. Moreover, I think the engine even underwent some kind of upgrade in the restyling. However, this is irrelevant. What's the issue with this car now, and why can't you purchase such a car for yourself, for example? And if you can, you won't like it very much. First of all, it will be difficult to fix it. I have numerous acquaintances, some of them possess enormous frames, there are 350th Ford automobiles, and all of this is genuinely classic, purely American in nature. So, this is all great, but firstly not the most reliable. Americans have never made super straight. There is of course a legend that the engines are sledgehammers, but what about LS and so on? But this is an exception to the rules. In everything else, if we are talking about V6, then everything is very clear here. The engine is also prone to breakdowns, it can break down sometimes. Additionally, all of this is inch, it is exceedingly difficult to find parts for it. Yes, there are specialized services from a company, Worth Chevy Plus. Guys, you are handsome. If it weren't for you, Americans would probably have a hard time in this country. Thanks to you, you persist. Well done. Though costly, everyone complains about you, damn it. But where will you go? Solutions exist, so to speak. But still searching for something will be extremely difficult. So in these cars, if we are talking about Russia, there is always a huge share of collective farm original spare parts. It is always difficult to find. It has always been like this in the 19th and 21st centuries and before the pandemic, whatever you want. It was always difficult to find these parts because they always came from afar to order and cost simply 2 or 3 times more expensive than from Europeans. So this car is not competitive in terms of repair and maintenance. It costs crazy money, but in return you get thrills, and I already see how we are, for example, standing somewhere here in the 90s like all hellish bandits. And yes, we are looking for a tractor to get out of here because there is no full drive. What the hell?
That is the reason why I never turn off the car.
Oh darn it, I'm really frustrated.
What was the source of that untamed sound? Shark, untamed.
Probably.
Is there a cell signal booster?
No, don't have it.
However, this is mechanics, so we can commence it and begin the process of getting it up and running. Affirmative, absolutely, indeed.
Pushing it is useless, I think.
Start from rear.
Start from the end.
Cease, desist, halt, terminate, end, pause, discontinue, finish, conclude, suspend, refrain.
Understood, huh? No, it did not start. It is still slipping, darn. That is why the rear will not catch on. Repeat it. Pull, 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 not with us. Something is wrong with the engine because it simply doesn't start. Yes, maybe. Gas, gas. The arrow is at 0, indicating that the fuel tank is empty and needs to be refilled. In short, our car died. And the most logical probability for why it died is that it ran out of gas. The arrow is at 0 from the start. At least it would be a good beginning, considering that all other devices are functioning properly for us. Move right, get closer, don't be afraid, you won't slip off. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Here, 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 here. Here, 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 here.
Well, that's it. I'm going straight. Handsome. In short, begin with gasoline, because other devices operate for us, and the gasoline is at 0 from the outset. Most likely we just ran out of it. Well, at least agree that the easiest thing now is to bring 10 liters of gasoline and refuel it. And since we are on mechanics, imagine we can start it with a rope. And somewhere else I think there is even a booster possibly with you. So maybe we'll even light it up. And in any case, if anything, we'll start it with a rope. If there was gasoline. If it's not gasoline, then it's a mess, then we'll resurrect. But most likely tomorrow. Now we are waiting for gasoline and warming up. Ah, darn it, that's really unfortunate.
2. Okay, we'll wait for the gasoline, then we'll just warm up.
2 hours had passed by.
So thanks to Igor. Igor is handsome. Igor brought gasoline. A whole canister that can hold a whole, as we can see, 2 gallons. The approximate amount is around 8.59 liters, with some variation in measurement.
Now!
Not 10. Many people just think that this canister is a 10. But in fact, no, she is not a 10. But in any case, we will have enough of it to start the car. And Igor brought the most important wires. Boosters were not located, but let's illuminate. At least it will rotate for a certain period of time. So there is gasoline, there is electricity. Now something will go somewhere. I think we'll see if I start it, and the arrow moves near the tank. Then we'll understand if it's fuel or not. Because I'm telling you, it was bought at 0. I also thought that probably something was broken, and didn't pay any attention to it. And it seems that this is the only thing that still worked here. There's no fuel at the bottom, but it is.
However, there are only a total of 9 liters available in this location.
The fact that it was intended to display something in that location.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go!
Come on, 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 come on.
Let's go, 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 go!
Come on, 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 come on.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Come on, 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 come on. So guys, they bought Z55 used dump battery fixed brakes, now it runs. TDS at 120. It's clear that this is overpriced, but we always say don't repeat what we do on video ourselves.
At this moment, it is uncertain whether it will initiate or not initiate the process of start. Number, incredible! Was it all really so straightforward? Seriously, I can't believe it!
Everything works perfectly.
That's all.
Let it work perfectly. Need someone to film Crocs? Ensure 2 generators don't interfere while working. There's a wreck.
Come on, you will become excited now. I will remove it. Come on, don't hesitate.
Super choke.
The day that comes after the current day, which is commonly referred to as tomorrow or the following day, is known as the next day. It is a concept used to indicate the chronological progression of time and is often used in narratives or discussions to describe events that occur in succession. The next day can be seen as a continuation of the present day, with new experiences, challenges, and opportunities await. It is a familiar phrase that signifies the passage of time and the unification of what lies ahead. So, we are currently encountering a small problem at this location that necessitates our attention. We apologize for any inconvenience caused and want to assure you that our team is actively working to resolve it. We appreciate your patience and understanding. Thank you for bringing this matter to our attention, and we will make every effort to rectify it as swiftly as possible. Your satisfaction is of utmost importance to us, and we apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused. We are currently facing several highly impactful problems here. Trendek is involved.
We encountered a fire incident. The flames rapidly spread, engulfing everything around the scene.
This is a mess. I need to find a place to stand. Oh, it's extremely hot immediately.
Becomes. I require the door, in order to avoid blocking the passage and ensure smooth flow of movement.
Wow, the temperature is scorching. It's incredibly hot outside.
Cameras should be taken.
Cameras need to be taken urgently. The temperature is scorching hot there. Immediate action is required to prevent damage. It became extremely hot in that location.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. What on earth could have possibly been there? I'm so curious. So listen, I want to remind you that we likely have around 8 liters of fuel in the tank. And there are a few there.
Can you tell me what that was?
Now is a good time to come and extinguish, but I think, yes, maybe hit again.
No, in the event of impact, disregarded.
So intriguing.
The segment is currently ongoing. Yes, indeed, there it is burning right before our eyes.
Yes, barrels on fire near gas tank. La won't approach gas tank.
No extinguisher.
Of course, there is only a liar according to the law. There is no Vrungel here. That's the problem, in short. Along the ceiling from behind, there are such red burning sparks. I got scared. I thought that the hat would catch fire now. Somehow the air from the front open windows seems to be pulling backwards. Or, you know, because it's leaky because of the damn floor. That's why the air was pulling from behind forward.
The ceiling is on fire, blazing along the ceiling. Vo, 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 vo. Observe this incredible action that is taking place right now.
Look, the ceiling caught fire first, right? Yes, through the ceiling, there were drops. See how they fall down? And everything went on as a result. So I grabbed the GoPro, I took the Alpha, there was nothing else present. Where is my phone? Now I have to return because my phone will not be in my pocket. My 2015 story is pulling your nose, I'll save you.
Wow. Let's pause for a second and acknowledge the sheer astonishment of witnessing the current state of affairs that is so incredibly evident to all of us.
Pancake and everything develops on the ceiling. Look, it's not going down, it's amazing. Wow, there was no salon, there was no way for anything. There was something about it, there might have been a sofa, at least, you know. I managed to take the longing away, it was quite an accomplishment. A truly remarkable feat.
Oh, this is definitely our favorite. We absolutely love it.
The wires became stuck and now they will buzz incessantly for an eternity. How truly tragic. Wow, they are absolutely amazing.
Oh, something went really well now.
Where?
Fire in general.
Suddenly, yes.
Windows. The windows are dropping.
Please pull, and provide the oxygen if possible. And black smoke went. If she hadn't slammed it first, maybe I would have even put out the fire. But when there are explosions inside the car, it's not a good idea to approach her, guys.
There is an additional moment. Will you commence opening 2? And will she continue to cover you with heat? Air will go there, it'll start to flare up even stronger.
For reference, why, for example, cars in Europe lack factory-installed fire extinguishers. He is not there, because it is believed that after a car fire, you should move away to a safe distance and call the firefighters. Like, do not try to handle it yourself, do not try to put it out to avoid accidents. On the other hand, there have been many cases where a group of people with fire extinguishers stopped and managed to extinguish a car. That is the situation. There is no solution available for this question. Yes, that is the reality of the matter. Still sad? Darn! It is extremely unfortunate and deeply saddening. Although he was super silly, he drove. And how much fun did he give us in that? In the time span between yesterday and today, including both. And they also pulled the torpedo, yes. What was the amount of effort that was put into it? And then, all of a sudden, he just caught fire. The tank will explode now, I'm sure. But there, it's really big, probably 80 liters. I think that iron is from the 90s. At that time, plastics were not yet in existence. He'll hit. Here he is indeed, yes. Oh, this is not the worst choice out of what is available. Or is it the rear tire? Yes, it is.
Vlad, what was that thing you just did?
Well, it is not a tire. It would be desirable to have a tank. Damn, everything is still burning in that location. Now we need, it turns out, to contact the firefighters, call the tow truck. No, it should cool down first. Call the tow truck in the evening. We haven't started under the hood. The fire is still currently burning. I believe it'll burn. Should it be? This American probably didn't expect to end his career like this. Although most of his brethren simply decay, he departed as a star. He burned literally while working. In fact, it was the secret behind the Explorer's remarkable success. Even when I posted a photo with him in a Wrangler, many people, Lord, I walked through the field. Many people in the comments wrote that this is a dump, he is not worthy of any attention, and so on. Because again, I remind you, many perceived it as the sunset of the Bronco. Bronco was a popular car, a car loved by everyone. Explorer, however, later on as well, and achieving success here is very simple because they transformed it into a Navigator after all. So fundamentally, the wealthy version of Explorer is the Lincoln Navigator. Lincoln is a component of the same concern as Ford. The secret of success is simple, that's why it also explains why it is rear-wheel drive. For example, the point is that many modern people complain that crossovers are front-wheel drive, but here it was rear-wheel drive, not because it should be all-terrain and powerful, and sometimes there are too many options in the car that you don't use, and when you buy them, you theoretically pay for them, and here was a story about the fact that there were fewer of these options in it, which means that the price was lower. The reason for the lower price was the reduced number of options available in the car. He had just one engine, it was always easy to produce, there was no need to maintain all these reserves. Truly a small number of configurations and options, and thus he was simply good for this amount of money. He was big, spacious, soft, comfortable. He didn't go far from the Bronco Forward in terms of external and strong appearance. Certain continuity was obvious, particularly since it was a 3-door, and in the end he won simply because he was truly deserving of the adequate amount of money. So, actually the Explorer became, I don't know, maybe a legend, yes. In the second and third generations it's definitely a supercar. But at the moment it has simply become a universally beloved cool car. Look, the entire floor is completely burned, right? Only the face remained. It is the torpedo that is burning, the lower part. Trenditz, I still feel sorry for him. I can't help but sympathize. How do these bloggers burn all of their cars? Their other cars as well. I do not possess any idea whatsoever. I've known him for 2 days, and I feel sorry for him. Already it's as if you don't want anything to happen. Although 30 minutes ago we were ready to destroy him and throw him in a ditch, because there's nothing more to take. He is done. Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this video. Good luck to you all, see you soon, and goodbye. And we called everyone.
The story will be continued in the next installment. Stay tuned for more updates and find out what happens next. Don't miss out on the thrilling continuation of this captivating narrative. Stay tuned for the next chapter and see how the story unfolds. More to come.
I apologize for any inconvenience caused by my previous response. Could you please provide more information or rephrase your question? Thank you for your kind understanding.